Mm.
Hello, everyone. I'm Eleanor, and today I'm really great to invite Paul to join my interview. This is my first time to talking with him. Yeah, so I'm excited. Yeah. Hello, Paul. How are you doing?
Well, hello. Doing great. Thank you very much.
Haha.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, thank you for your time. And
Yeah.
I will ask you some questions. And first of all, would you like to introduce?
Sure. Hello, everybody. Good morning from beautiful Vancouver, BC. My name is Paul Penafiel. So originally, I was born in Philippines, but now I've been living in Canada for like past 30 years.
Wow.
And yeah, so um, I came here to Canada. I was very sick, so I've gone through years and years of rehab, pretty much getting well, getting healthy, right? And now I'm a digital business owner, and I love nature. I love going outside.
Mhm. Yeah,
Hmm.
I have been to Vancouver. I like the nature of Vancouver. Yeah.
Oh, you have? Oh, very good. I'm glad you've been here.
Uh, it's, yeah, many years ago. I like
Hmm.
Vancouver.
It's
Yeah.
nice. It's very nice. It's
Yeah.
very, it has a temperate weather. So, but there's so many things to do here, like especially in the summer.
Yeah. Very comfortable the weather. Yeah.
Yeah, just expensive city. That's all.
Yeah, that's the point. It's super
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah, exactly.
hmm Okay. The second question is that would you like to share what's your pain and struggle before you join this online business?
Yes, absolutely. So before I started the business, I was pretty much stuck at a 9 to 5 job, right? So I was going from one job to another job, and then I finally found one that I settled for. So I've been in this job for more than like 12 years now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a long time. I've been in there a long time, and I know that there's got to be something better. I'm always looking for something to do, not just being stuck at a job. So that idea was there, but I wasn't, but I wasn't really actively looking, right? But then 5 years ago, I lost my mom, and that's when everything started to go down for me, and my mindset wasn't there. I was really sad. I was really depressed at that time. So, but I was just wondering, like, how do I get out of here? Right? I don't want to be there. Nobody wants to be there, right? Nobody wants to be stuck there at that low point of my life, right? So I just started looking online, and next thing you know, I thought I found somebody who could help me get out of that situation, and that's how I ended up here. So I wasn't really looking for a business. I was just looking for a way out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a very special point that I never heard before. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I think this is not only a business. Yeah, I think it's a process that can help me to dig me in more deeps and help me to
Right.
know more about myself.
Yes. Yeah. And you trust me, you're gonna learn a lot more about
Yeah.
yourself.
Okay.
So I can tell you that for sure. Yeah. So it's exciting. It's very exciting, right? And that's what keeps me going is to explore who I am and what I can do and
Mm-hmm.
how I can be of benefit to this planet and the people in it.
Mm-hmm. So, is this the biggest why that you are committed to join this business? Yeah, because you want to find
Hmm.
a way out at that moment. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, what my I mean, I thought I thought I figured out my big whys, right? But as I think more and more, it has to be bigger. So right now, my big why is to get in my job because I've been there for too long and I need a way out. And I believe this business can get me there, right? It just have to work hard at it. I just have to stay patient,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and I just have to just stick at it. Don't give up. And and the
Mm-hmm.
other whys that I had was I wanted to prove to my mom and my dad, they're no longer here, but still they're still watching me, right? So I had to prove to them that I can do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, that's yeah. I'm looking forward to listening more your experience about how this business really help you. Yeah, not
Mm-hmm.
only to like gain your income, but lots of many other parts of yourself. Mm-hmm.
Right. So
Yeah.
don't be afraid to ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay.
that's one of the key, because a lot of people are shy, and they listen to what's in their head,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
they're always right. But you have to try to be brave and just say, how do you do this, right? How do you do that,
They
right? And don't be and not just yeah, and not just within your circle. You could also extend it to the outer circle
Mhm.
of the business. So don't be afraid to ask questions. You learn a lot because you get to learn the business from a different perspective.
Because many people they get stuck in their thinking, their own thinking. Yeah.
Right, right. And they stay in there. Once the negative thought sinks in, they stay there, right? And that takes momentum. Once the negative thought gets momentum, it never stops. It just keeps going like a
Yeah.
snowball, going down the hill. It gets bigger,
Bigger, bigger,
bigger, and
bigger.
bigger. Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. So,
And
but
then
it took a lot of courage. It took a lot of courage for me to step out of my comfort zone and say, okay, what if this person can help me, right? And so I reached out, and she did. She changed
Mhm.
my life.
Yeah, and once the snowball gets bigger, you can stop it. It's very hard to stop the biggest
Yes.
snowball.
Yeah, that's how a lot of people in our community, once they start, making a lot of like big incomes, it just keeps coming. It just keeps coming because they want to keep that momentum. They don't stop, right? So
Mhm.
yeah, so just get curious, just keep going, and learn. Always learn.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. So my next question, yeah, I'm looking forward to this part. So the
Mhm.
what's the transformation or new reality that you have in your life since you started this business? Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna try to articulate it to the best, to the best of my ability, because I can't just say this and that, right? Because it's too simple, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my biggest transformation so far is my confidence level, right? Going from a very shy person, right? Very shy, not just shy, very shy, right? Self-conscious, right? Everything. And to go from someone who can do the interview like this from all over the world, and be confident about it, right? That's one of the major things that I got from this business. And the second one is, of course, like realizing that there's all kinds of possibility out there, not just what's happening right now, right? But when you live in the realm of the possibility, there's just too many things that can happen, that
Mm-hmm.
you want to happen, right? So, but you just have to find a way. And
Mm-hmm.
instead of just like pouting there and going like, oh my god, how am I gonna do this, right? Like, don't do that. I didn't do that. I just started, think positively and said, okay, I'm gonna figure out a way, and just go with the flow, right? And then things started happening just like that, one after another. And then I was getting, I had people paying for my course, right? I was taking some personal development course. People paid for my course, not once but twice, right? And after that, and I got, there's just so many things started happening after that. And the only reason that happened is because I didn't get stuck in that negative thought. I didn't stay worrying. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
stay, oh my God, what's gonna happen tomorrow? Oh my God, how am I gonna pay for that? Oh my goodness, how am I gonna get to work? My car died. My car
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have a gas, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a bus, right? You take the bus. There's a taxi, right? You check your wallet if there's money in it. Okay, no money, no problem. I got some spare change. I'll go across the street, take the bus. I can still get to work,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Yeah.
that's the mentality that I got, that the biggest transformation is that I didn't stop just, thinking about all that negativity. I figure it out. I'd say, okay, so this is what I got. I got enough for a bus change. I don't have enough coming back. I'll figure it out. I'm not going to worry about it. Right.
Mhm.
So, and yeah, and I just borrowed, and on my way back, I just borrowed my coworker. I asked him, hey, do you have space for the bus for me? I'll pay you tomorrow. No
Also,
problem. Right.
yeah.
So
So
do you see the distinction though? Right. Do you see the distinction between thinking about worrying is like, oh my goodness, I'm like, how am I going to get to work? People going to hate me. I'm going to have to call in sick. I could stay there all day just
mhm.
thinking about being miserable, being sad. Or you could go the other side and say, okay, I'm going to figure it out. This is
Mhm.
what I'm going to do. Right? There's a bus outside. I got 2 hours to go to work. I'm going to make it.
Mhm.
That's the distinction. It's two different worlds. You can stay on the negative side or you can stay on the positive side.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I've been, yeah, so I've realized that now, that things are possible, right? There's so many things that are possible for me. I mean, it's just, my mind is just boggling right now what I can do. I just have to stay active, stay with the flow, and just stay active, right? And just keep going, keep plugging in, keep working things out, and results start coming in.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, because there are always so many solutions to our life. Uh,
Right,
Depending
right,
on your determination and how you really want to do by your way. Yeah, you can
right.
either in negative or positive side. Yeah.
That's right. Right. Instead of just soaking in the corner and feel sorry for yourself, you can actually get up and do something about it. So
Mhm.
that's one of the biggest transformations that I've learned. So and I'm very, very, very grateful for that.
Yeah,
So yeah.
it's a super huge transformation in your life. Yeah, it's
Ah,
really
yes,
powerful.
massive, massive. So, and once you get to that confidence level, you can always go to the next level and then the next level,
Hmm.
right? Because there's different confidence level that that requires like all kinds of confidence. To get to one level, you have to be extra brave. You got to be extra confident, and to be able to be ready to handle whatever obstacles comes your way. You got to be brave. You gotta help. You gotta be there. You just gotta be there, and then just do the best you can. And
Hmm.
that's what I've been doing. Yeah, and it's been an incredible journey, and I'm
Yeah.
not stopping either.
Yeah. Thank you for your sharing very much.
Oh,
So,
you're welcome.
the final question is, since that you already answered it, what's the difficulties you face in this business, and would you like to give some encouragement to our audience?
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, I just want to, acknowledge you for asking that, because no one has ever asked me that. Of all the interviews, right, that I've done here with this business, I've never been asked that questions, because it's an honest questions, right? It
Mhm.
doesn't matter what kind of business you're in, whether it's off like brick or mortar, like out there, or online, right? When you start the business in the beginning, you're gonna have difficulty. It's not gonna be all lollipops and roses. It's gonna go up and down, just like your heartbeat,
Mhm.
right? So that's why in our business we have mentors and coaches that can help us along the way. That can somebody there to just pat your back, kind of thing, and say, hey, it's okay. You just have to brave enough to storm the weather, so to speak,
Mhm.
right? Because we're eventually, as long as you keep trying and figure things out, you're gonna come up with answers, instead of just giving up. Because when you give up, everything stops. Everything stops. Not no progress, right? When you stop, when you're driving and you're in the middle of the road and you stop, there's no progress. You just stay there. You're stuck. But if you figure it out and you come up with all kinds of solutions, then possibilities will start to emerge, right? So and people will come and help you.
Mhm.
Honestly, people do that. When people get stuck on the road, people stop and try to help you. And it's in the business, it's the same thing, right? But you have to be brave enough to ask questions, Because if you just stay quiet and try to figure out on your own, it's not gonna work. It didn't work for me. Trust me. I tried to do it on my own. It didn't work. I failed miserably. So that's why when you have mentors and coaches, that's why they're there to help you, guide you. And I've had that, and I'm very, very grateful that they were there, right? And for those people that are starting, right, and they're just thinking about starting and want to change their lives, right? It starts at this moment, right? You have a choice. You can change your life 10 years from now or 20 years from now. That is a choice. But because we live in the moment, right? You could change the course of your life today by checking us out, by joining through Eleanor's webpage or my webpage. You could choose that today, and then your course of your life will start to change. It'll go to a different direction. But if you don't do anything with your life, if you're doing okay, then that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're like us before, where we're struggling and and you want to change it, you want to change your future and your family's future, you have to make a change now, today, not 10 years from now or 30, 40 years from now. You can do that today. Like, why wait, right? Why wait 20 years from now when you can change your life today?
Yeah, time is very precious. Yeah, time
Yes,
is very
exactly.
precious.
And then you see all these people, sometimes you hear, it's like, why didn't I start? I should have started 2 years ago. I should have started this 5 years ago, right? Don't do that to yourself. Don't beat up yourself. Just start right now. Start today. Because we live in the moment. Each moment will lead to the future, to the next moment, to the next moment. So, yeah. And that's all that's pretty much all I can say to people thinking about joining. It's going to change your life.
I really appreciate your sharing because for my experience, once you started this business, you will know the places where you are. So many people say that they are so busy to start too busy to start it. But my experience is once you start it, you will know your place. And if you want to take a break, you can take a break, but you can restart it again because you know where you are. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I mean, if you can watch 2 hours of Netflix every day, you have time to do the business.
Yeah, but you have to do the first activation of yourself. Yeah, if you don't start it, yeah, nothing will happen.
Yeah. You just have to be brave. You just got to be that much braver and take action and be curious, right? And see for yourself if it's for you, because it's not for everybody. I can tell you that right now. This digital business, it's not for everybody. So, but the only way for them to know that is to check it out and not just go through it, like explore it to the very end, and then you make the decision. You have 30 days and to check it out, and if you don't like it, then that's fine. You don't lose anything except the time you spent checking the business out for themselves.
Yeah, but at least you don't miss the opportunity. So just look it out. Yeah, I agree with
right. Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't take much, right? I mean, if I didn't, just imagine if I didn't take action then. If I didn't take action then, I'd still be stuck, being miserable, right? Being depressed and sad every day, right? I don't know if I'm still be alive today, to be honest. And I'm just being honest with you. If I didn't take that action, just imagine how my life would have changed if I did not take that action at that precise moment.
Yeah,
Right, so,
thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm
You're
so
sharing.
happy to be here. I had fun today.
Uh-huh.
You have any more questions? You can keep firing. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, thank you for your sharing. Yeah, I really like to hear your transformation in this business because I know that you already shared that you really went through the lowest points in your life. So
Right.
you're really trying to find a different way to pull you out to the situation. Yeah, it's
Right.
really great
Yeah.
and very amazing. It's
And
really not.
if it can happen to me, right? It can happen to anybody. right? I mean, I don't have any massive special university degree. I'm just a regular guy who transformed himself because I wanted to transform. I wanted somebody to help me transform, and I got it right
Mm-hmm.
through this business. And other people watching and thinking about joining, they can do it too.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. That's all we have. All you can do is just check it out. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, so if you want the transformation in your life to just like Paul, you can just check this business. After
Yeah,
you may
exactly.
have another transformation in your life too.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, thank you for your sharing. Yeah,
You're very welcome. Thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you today. It's the first time I've actually talked to
me
you
too.
today.
Yeah,
So it was fun. I've had so much fun today. So thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.
yeah. Thank you for your time. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it. See
You're
you.
welcome.
Bye.
Good night, guys.